Okay, so I have been whistling past the graveyard for a little too long on this. So I think it's finally I take a moment and address the AI elephant in the room. So last month I was paid to fly out to California and do a commercial photography job on the Santa Monica Pier. And normally this is the type of job that I so absolutely love to do. And it just reminds me of why I'm so fortunate to be able to do my dream job every day. However, there was a catch this time. Being out there in that beautiful California spring, I actually spent a lot of my time out there, honestly, in a state of mourning. And the reason why is as I was flying out there, going to the airport security checkpoint with all of my camera gear and all that stuff, it really just hit me that this way of life that I love to do is sadly, it's coming to an end. And the reason it's coming to an end is AI. I've already started to see the effects begin to trickle in with my clients and their expectations of what I can do on jobs. And even now, as early as it is in the industry, you can see it begin to make the effects. And that's only going to accelerate. Last summer, I decided to take a moment out and spend about a week or two deep diving into AI. And I'll be honest, in July of 2022, I wasn't that impressed. When I came back and checked it on January, it blew me away. And then by April of 2023, I would say that AI technology left no doubt that it's going to be replacing huge chunks of the created image industry. To see such an exponential change in just a few months actually left me completely breathless, and it knocked the wind out of my sails, I'll be honest. And as someone that has a YouTube channel that deals with filmmaking, I think it's just come to the point that we have to talk about what this means for you if you are out there in the field. If you are someone who makes a living behind a camera, it's time to accept that the world is not changing. It has already changed. It is already gone. And in order to survive, all of us out there that are creatives are going to have to need to update ourselves on what AI is and the capacities that it can bring. Actually, it's the exact same way we now have to study on camera system, lenses, and lights. Now AI, I think, is going to be a critical component of our job as content creators. And I really do think that knowledge of AI and how to manipulate AI is going to become as important, if not more important for us than knowledge of lenses, lighting, and camera gears. And that makes me kind of sad to say because this is a craft, it's an art. But you're going to have to employ that just as much in the future as knowing what camera system and how to light a scene, do blocking, and composing. It's just one of those things that we have to accept is going to become part of what we do. And I'm also not naive enough to think that I know everything about this. I mean, if anyone tells you they can predict where this whole thing is going to go, that is obviously a straight out lie. But just because you can't figure out exactly where things are going to change, it doesn't alter the fact that things are changing rapidly, very rapidly. And you need to be prepared for that and accept that reality. On the other side of it, it's important not to go into the doom and gloom. I mean, I'm actually a pretty optimistic and positive guy. And I'd like to point out that even though the current paradigm is about to shift and become something different, there are still completely unthought of creative outlets that have yet to be discovered. So I think in 10 years, we'll be able to look back at this time and there's going to be some amazing things that we can do and unlock and figure out that is going to really make our lives more interesting and more creative and better. We just haven't seen that yet. So that's one more reason why you need to be invested in AI technology, because you want to make sure that when those new creative fields come up, that you are ahead of the wave, not behind it, and that you're using those things to continue your creative processes as you go. And I also want to point out that I don't think that photography and video are going to be replaced overnight or honestly ever completely replaced. But I do think that whatever you do in the future, there's going to be an AI element baked into it. At least if you want to feed your family doing it. Anyway, guys, I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. Leave me any notes and comments down below. And yeah, go out there, keep on shooting. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.